Let's take a look at how you can work with an individual video file and multiple video files using Topaz Video AI version 3.0. To begin, I'm going to drag one video file into the app. You'll see all of the input files located in the queue on the lower left of the user interface. In Topaz Video AI, you can choose various filters to apply to your video file, and then you can either preview them to see what the changes will look like, or you can export them, which will save them out to your computer. You can also execute multiple preview and export jobs simultaneously. So let's take this video clip that is at a 720p resolution, and let's say I want to upscale it. And I want to try upscaling it first to 1080p resolution and see how that looks. So I'm going to click on preview, and then I'm going to click back on the video file, and I'm going to also select 4K to see what a 4K upscale will look like, and I'll click preview. You can now see that there are two preview jobs that have completed, and I can click between both of them to review them. Now, between these two preview jobs, the 1080p option suits my needs, so it's time to export it, which will save it to my computer, and I can do that by clicking on the export button. When reviewing your output queue, you can differentiate between which jobs are previews and which ones are export by looking at the icon to the right of the thumbnails. Preview jobs will have the letter P in a white box, and exports will have the letter E in a blue box. You can also filter by previews and exports by clicking on the previews button to see all of your previews, and exports to see all of your exports. If you want to see all of the jobs in the queue, click on the All Outputs button. Now let's load two other video files and work on them. I'm going to select these two files right here and then drag them onto Topaz Video AI. In the input queue, you will now see two additional video files loaded over here. You can click on them to load them and see them in the preview area. For this video, I want to apply some stabilization. I'm going to do that by enabling the stabilization AI model, and I'll enable the rolling shutter correction and reduce jittery motions option. And then I'll click on preview to kick off a 2-second preview process. But I also want to compare this to the auto crop option. So I'm going to select that option here and then click preview. And now you'll see that both of those preview jobs are running. And while that's going on, I'm going to click on the third video file. And for this one, I want to apply some noise reduction. So I'm going to enable the Enhancement AI model. I'm going to choose the Artemis Denoise Sharpen option, and I'm going to change the input video condition to low quality noisy. And just like before, I'm going to kick off a 2-second preview. And you can see now that we have multiple previews running at the same time. And the second preview job of the second video just completed, so I'm going to click on that to view it. You can pan around to see different areas of the image, or you can change the view mode. You can also click on the magnifying glass and click on Fit to see the entire project. And this looks good to me, so I'm going to click on Close Preview, and then select the first preview job to see how that looks. I'm going to click on Fit to see both the original and the processed video. And this one looks good, so I'm going to export this one by clicking on the Export button. Then I'm going to go to the preview job of the third video. I'm going to Fit, and then go to the full screen view. And this looks good too, so I'm going to click on Export to begin that export. You'll now notice that we have multiple previews and exports from multiple videos, and we can filter by this as well. Just like before, we can see all of the previews by clicking on the Previews button, or the exports by clicking on Exports. However, we can also filter by individual video files or all of them. So let's say I click on this second video here and I only want to see the previews and exports for this video. I can click on the selected button, and that will now show me all of the previews and exports for this video alone. And I can further filter it by only viewing the previews for this video or the exports for this video. And again, if I want to see all of my jobs for all of the videos loaded, I can just click on All Outputs and All Inputs. And that's how easy it is to work with one video file or multiple video files in Topaz Video AI version 3.0. Head on over to topazlabs.com to learn more about Topaz Video AI and download a free trial today. Thanks a lot.